Welcome to another edition of Tech Bites with Ron Nutter, your home for all things relating to smart home technology. In this episode, we're going to talk about backing up your Dropbox account with FreeNAS. Hi, I'm Ron Nutter, and we'll be working together on this one. This content is also available as an Amazon Flash briefing or podcast. Please go to techbiteswithronnutter.com for more information. For any items mentioned in this episode, there are affiliate links in the description. If you click on these links, I will get a small commission, but that won't affect the price you pay for the item. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please click on that subscribe button now and enable notifications. If this video helps you or provides value, please click on that like button, thumbs up. Now, to get all this up and running, it's very straightforward. We're going to first create a directory on whatever pool that you're backing your Dropbox folder to. Then we've got to create the login credentials for Dropbox to use. And then we've got to create a Dropbox sync task for FreeNAS so that it knows how to go get the information. And let's just go ahead and get started because you're going to see it's very straightforward to do. Now, we are going to get started here, and let's go. First, we will go to System. And we will go to Cloud Credentials. We'll click Add. And we'll just call this Dropbox. Now, if you have a Dropbox account and a family member has a Dropbox account, there is no reason why you shouldn't be able to do multiple Dropbox accounts because you're going to have different configurations. And just like setting it up, you'll log into the provider because this makes it so much easier to get up and running. So we'll click on Proceed. And it's got everything there, so we'll click on Sign On. And before you even know it, it's got the access token filled in. It's got everything all filled in. Now, you do want to go ahead and click on the Verify Credential just to make sure everything's okay. So it says it's valid, so we're good to go. All right, so now we'll click on Save. Now, before we get started too much further down the rabbit hole, what we want to go do, and let's get back over to that other screen, you will see I've got several directories set up because there's several videos I'm going to be doing on this. At this point, we're going to be working with Dropbox. And you can see nothing's in the folder, and we've got the directory structure all set up. So let's go ahead and get back into the Dropbox GUI, and we've already got the credentials set up. So now all we have to go do, and we'll do Cloud Sync task. Now you can have more than one of these running. I've actually had 4 running at the same time. So it's just a matter of how much processor you've got in your FreeNAS, the other things it's doing, and how much your local network may get a little bit impacted with this one. So we'll just call this Dropbox. And we're going to do a pull. Now, you can do, in this case, Dropbox only supports push or pull. So if you change information locally, then you're going to do a push task if you want to keep things in sync. So it's not an easy way to do it. But at this point, we're doing a pull because I've got more space on FreeNAS than I'll probably ever have on Dropbox. And there's some things I've done with Dropbox, such as using it as a sync point for the password manager that I use, because it didn't have that built in natively to where unless you were sitting on everybody was on the same local network. So this way I could be somewhere in the country and could sync to it. So let's go down here and, credential. We forgot that one. Okay, so we've made it to pull, and we will call this Dropbox. And we're going to start from the root of the folder. So if you have a bunch of things out there, some of which you may be interested in, you can start with just a specific folder. At this point, we're going to stay with starting from the root, and we're going to tell it where we want things. So cloud storage and Dropbox. Now, I will tell you something right now. You need to get this directory created that you're saving to on FreeNAS, create it before you start this configuration. Because if not, you have to back out of this cloud task and start all over because it's not going to dynamically see it. It only looks at that directory structure the first time through. So we've got Dropbox. Now with remote execution, I'm sorry, with scheduling. Now what I would probably do, and let's see if we can make that change. No, we're going to have to go down here and change it. Okay. So what I would suggest doing is not have two of the cloud syncs firing off at the same time. So although it probably wouldn't be that big of a deal, I would say start this one. If the other one starts at midnight, have this one start at 2 in the morning. So you notice there all the ones that I just changed, I was on, have changed. So that's a nice global change. So we're going to say we want it to back up every day of the week, and you can tailor that down too. If you're not making changes all the time, then only look to make those changes. Only look to schedule the change once you've passed whatever interval you've got, or you can always go in here and do a manual fire off of the task. So we will click on that. Now see, again, it's showing not run since last reboot, so we can fix that one. And it's always a good thing when you first go in to make sure. And we'll go up here and go to run now and continue and Dropbox. Okay, so we've got two different cloud syncs running. And just to show you, it's not going to, I've only got an i3 processor in this box, and now granted, I've really got nothing else going on, but this is, we can sit here and watch for a few minutes and show you what you're looking at in terms of the processor load. Now I also, and you saw me do another video, so let's go in here and we'll go in here to NetData, and it didn't, because I didn't do it in the right area. And let's see, we've got this :1 now 19999. And this sometimes NetData will give me a little more real-time response back, but you can see at this point it's the processor's really not being hit that hard. It is writing to the disk a fair amount, so that's what I would expect. And you'll notice as you start getting more drives on here, the amount of memory that's being used is going to increase. And that's something to watch, because if you're going to be storing a lot of information on here, this is a good indication of when you need to start thinking about upgrading the memory so that you're not having to do a trade-off between performance and what else you want to do. Because especially if you want to look at doing virtualization, that's a good thing to keep in mind. And you notice here, this is not really updating much, but I'm not too concerned about that, because again, we've got NetData that you saw me do in another video, and that's a handy little tool to have. So really, as you see, it's very straightforward. How long is it going to take to pull everything down? That's going to depend in great part as to how much you're pulling down and what else that FreeNAS may have that's going on. But again, not a big problem, and it should be easy for you to get taken care of. So with that, at this point, if you're watching this on YouTube, you're going to see videos on the screen that are similar to the one you've just watched now, or other content that YouTube thinks you might be interested in. If this video helps you or provides value, please click on that like button, thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please click on that subscribe button now and enable notifications. We'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.